Thoughts that have important consequences are always simple. All my thinking could be summed up with these words. Since corrupt people unite amongst themselves to constitute a force, then honest people must do the same. It's as simple as that.
Les papes d'Eugène et de Luc qui viennent présenter leurs vœux à Monsieur Bonaparte. Monsieur Bonaparte assis sur un trône et exaucant les vœux des nations. Adorable. Non, mais c'est à en devenir folle. On dirait que le monde entier a perdu la tête.
The celebrated Anna Pavlovna Shera, maid of honor of the Empress Maria Fyodorovna and a member of her intimate circle, was giving at her home one of those receptions which she alone had a gift for organizing.
Mais l'équilibre européen et les droits des gens. Un seul empire puissant comme la Russie, réputé barbare, se mettant honnêtement à la tête d'une alliance qui aurait pour but l'équilibre de l'Europe et le monde.
Tonight, Anna Pavlovna was offering her guests a French aristocrat, the Vicomte de Mortemar, who had taken refuge in Russia to escape from the atrocities of the Antichrist Napoleon Bonaparte.
Naturellement, she will never be destroyed, either by intrigue, violence, exile.
Et les condamnations?
L'exécution du duc d'Enghien
Казнь
était une
герцога
nécessité
Ингиенского
politique.
была государственной необходимостью.
Dieu, mon Dieu. Ne voulez-vous pas passer à l'autre table, Monsieur Pierre?
Napoleon is great. Yes, he's a very great man, and the revolution is a great thing. I wish I
forgot
could...
to tell you that my aunt would like to make your acquaintance, mon cher Pierre. Pardon.
Вы меня извините, мой милый Виконт, но этот несчастный праздник у посланника лишает меня удовольствия и прерывает вас. Очень мне грустно покидать ваш восхитительный вечер.
In the drawing rooms of Anna Pavlovna Shera gathered the flower of the intellectual high society of St. Petersburg, as the mistress of the house herself described it. It was here, during these soirees, that could best be measured the political temperature of those official spheres in the capital which were close to the imperial court.
Have you heard, my dear? My husband's planning to desert me. I'm afraid he's going to be killed. Tell me, why must we have this wretched war? Are you going off to the war, Prince?
General Kutuzov has been kind enough to take me Zedvikov.
Да, Лиза, ваша жена. Она поедет в деревню.
Comment, n'avez-vous pas honte de nous priver
Как
de
вам не
votre
грех
grave
лишать нас
sacrifice?
вашей прелестной жены? Милый Ипполит, я не понимаю, отчего мужчины не могут жить без войны? Отчего мы, женщины, ничего не хотим, ничего нам не нужно?
Luc d'Enghien est mort par grandeur d'âme. Bonaparte avait des raisons personnelles de lui en vouloir.
Ah, voyons, continuez cela, Vicomte.
Нет, этот аббат очень интересен, но только не так понимает дело. По-моему, вечный мир возможен. Ну, я не умею, как это сказать, но только не политическим равновесием.
Нельзя, Моншер, везде все говорить, что только думаешь. Ну что ж, ты решился наконец на что-нибудь? Кавалергард ты будешь или дипломат?
Можете себе представить, я все еще не знаю. Ни то, ни другое мне не нравится. Но он масон должен быть.
Все это бредни, поговорим лучше о деле. Был ты в конной гвардии?
Нет, не был. Ну вот что мне пришло в голову, и я хотел вам сказать. Теперь война против Наполеона. Ежели бы это была война за свободу, я бы понял. Я бы первый поступил в военную службу. Ну, помогать Англии, Австрии против величайшего человека в мире. Это нехорошо.
Ежели бы все воевали только по своим убеждениям, войны бы не было.
Это-то и было бы прекрасно.
Очень может быть, что это было бы прекрасно, но этого никогда не будет.
Ну, для чего вы идете на войну?
Для чего? Я не знаю. Так надо. Кроме того, я иду. Я иду, потому что эта жизнь, которую я веду здесь, это жизнь не по мне.
I've often wondered, how is it I never got married? You are really stupid men, all of you, not to have married her. I'm sorry to say on the subject of women, you don't understand a thing. You're very argumentative, Monsieur Pierre.
I especially like arguing with your husband. I still can't understand why on earth he wants to go off to war. When are you leaving?
Oh, ne me parlez pas de ce départ. No more about his departure. Please, I simply don't want to hear about it. This morning, I suddenly realized I would no longer see all of you. And what's more, you know, Andrei, I'm frightened. J'ai peur.
Why are you afraid? I don't understand you, Lise.
There, you see, all men are egotists. You are all egotists. Just for a whim, Lord knows why, Andrei's abandoning me, shutting me up in the country all alone.
With my sister and my father, remember.
Without my friends, I'll be alone. And I shouldn't be afraid.
I fail to understand why you are so afraid, my dear.
Well, you see, you've changed lately. So much, Andrei.
Your doctor told you to go to bed earlier, Lise. It's time you were asleep.
I don't mind talking in front of Monsieur Pierre. I've wanted to say this for months, Andrei. I'd like you to explain why you've changed so. What have I done to you? Why are you deserting me to go off to war?
Lise.
You've been treating me as though I were a child or an invalid. It's obvious. You weren't like this 6 months ago, Andrei.
Lise, I beg you to stop.
Please don't get upset, Princess. All this is in your imagination. Because I assure you that after all, I myself have felt that. I know. Because No, excuse me. An outsider has no business here. No, you mustn't get upset. Bonsoir.
No, wait, Pierre. I'm sure the princess is too kind not to let me enjoy your company for an evening.
There, you see, he only thinks of himself.
Please.
Oh. Mon Dieu, mon Dieu.
Good night, Lise. Never marry. Never, my dear fellow, that's my advice to you. Never marry until you've done everything that you are capable of doing. Until you have stopped being blinded by your love for the woman whom you will have chosen. Until you're able to see clearly within her. Otherwise, you will be making a cruel and irrevocable mistake. Marry when you're old and good for nothing, or everything that is good and noble in you will be lost. It will all be wasted on trifles.
Ты говоришь Бонапарт и его карьера. Ты говоришь Бонапарт. Но Бонапарт, когда он работал, шаг за шагом шел к своей цели. Он был свободен. У него ничего не было, кроме его цели, и он достиг ее. А тут гостиные, сплетни, балы, тщеславие, ничтожество. Вот заколдованный круг, из которого я не могу выйти.
That's enough talk about me. Let's talk about you a bit.
But what is there to say? Who am I, after all? An illegitimate son, that's all. Without name and without fortune. Of course, my friend, I have my freedom and I'm enjoying it. And yet I don't know what I'm going to take up. I need some serious advice from you.
I'm very fond of you, especially because you are the only one who is really alive among our society. You can pick anything you like. The Imperial Guard's diplomacy. You're going to be all right no matter what it is that you choose. But you shouldn't go on associating with Kuragin's set, living the way they do. It doesn't suit you, the debauchery, the carousing. It really ill becomes you.
Do you know what? Seriously, I've long thought the same thing. Leading that sort of life, I can't decide anything properly. You waste money and get headaches. Tonight I've been invited.
Я не поеду. Дай мне честное слово, что ты не будешь ездить. Честное слово.
Petrusha, old friend, come over here.
Take it right out. They're going to think I'm holding on. All right, you have a try.
Hercules. Wait, Kuragi, listen. Now listen carefully, everyone. If anyone can do the same, I'll pay him 100 imperials.
Il va boire toute une bouteille de rhum assis sur le rebord de la fenêtre.
He's going to drink a whole bottle of rum sitting on the windowsill.
Silence!
Without stopping, otherwise he loses the bet.
This is folly, gentlemen. He'll be killed.
All right, don't startle him, otherwise he's sure to be killed, don't you see?
But
Don't anyone come close to me again, because the first one who tries is going through that window, and it's quite a drop. There, it's empty.
Messieurs, I will do the same thing. Come on, bring me a bottle of rum. I'll do it even without betting.
Let him do it if he wants.
You'd get dizzy just trying to
Bring
get
another
upstairs.
bottle of rum. I'll do it. Wait! Bring another bottle. I'll do it.
Yeah, wait a second. I'll take your bet. But we'll do it tomorrow. The time has come to drop in on the actresses. Let's go.
Let's go up and see the actresses, and we'll take
Князь Василий пожалуй. Должно быть, графу Безухову совсем плохо.
I feel so sorry for poor old Count Bezukov. His health is so wretched already that the pranks of his son could very well be the death of him.
What have he and his friends done now?
Oh, can you imagine? The three of them dug up a bear somewhere, took him in a carriage, and went to see some actress with him. The police interfered at this point. They captured a policeman, strapped him and the bear together back to back, and threw them both into the river. The bear was swimming with the officer on him.
I can imagine what the look that officer had on his face.
Why, it's horrid, that's all. I didn't do it so funny.
Dolokhov has been degraded to the ranks. As for Anatole Kuragin, his father had the affair hushed up, and Pierre Bezukov has been exiled to Moscow. I certainly hope that no one here will receive him. I decline to do so most emphatically. I have daughters.
Still, you know, ma chère, it was a fine trick. Just think of the figure that police officer cut in the water. It must have been hilarious. Monsieur Pierre. she is, my pet whose name day it is.
Oh, my darling. We spoil her a bit too much, I think.
How are you, my dear, and many happy returns. A charming child.
Pure Quicksilver, a spitting image of me. Yes, they're wonderful, wonderful children.
Соня! Соня, что с тобой? Можно ли это?
Ничего, ничего. Оставьте меня.
Соня, мне весь мир не нужен. Ты одна для меня все. Я докажу тебе.
Я не люблю, когда ты так говоришь.
Не буду. Ну, прости, Соня.
Хорошо.
Борис! Борис, подите сюда. Мне нужно сказать вам одну вещь. Сюда, сюда.
Какая же это одна вещь?
Поцелуйте куклу. Не ходи. Ну так подите сюда. Ближе. Ближе. Еще ближе. Вы меня хотите поцеловать?
Let me congratulate you on your daughter's name day, my dear. Ah, there you are, you old sinner. Leading a dull life in Moscow, no place to run your hounds anymore, eh? Might as well make up your mind when your little birds grow up and leave the nest. Whether you like it or not, you've got to get them husbands. How are you, sweet little Cossack of mine? I know you're only a scamp, but I love you all the same.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
Come here a minute, my young friend. Come here, I said. I used to be the only person in the world to tell your father the truth when he needed to be told. And as for you, I feel it's my sacred duty to do the same. This is a pretty kettle of fish. A pretty kettle of fish indeed. Your father lies on his deathbed, and you amuse yourself tying a police officer to the back of a bear. For shame, my young friend, for shame. You do better to go to war. But now, my dear friends, I think it's time to go into dinner.
Манифест об объявлении войны уже вышел в Петербурге. Я сам видел. Он уже доставлен главнокомандующему в Москву.
И зачем это нас нелегкое несет воевать с Бонапартом? Он уже сбил спесь с Австрией. Боюсь, не пришел бы теперь наш черед.
А затем, да, затем, что Император это знает.
Гренадер, Элей. Ах, Ерема, Ерема, сидел бы ты дома, тащил бы свои веретена. Это к нам идет удивительно.
Мы должны драться до последней капли крови и умереть за своего императора. И тогда все будет хорошо. А рассуждать как можно меньше. Так старые гусары судят, вот и все. А вы как судите, молодой человек и молодой гусар, а?
Совершенно с вами согласен. Я убежден, что русские должны умирать или побеждать.
Настоящий гусар, молодой человек.
О чем вы там шумите? Что ты под стол студишь? На кого ты горячишься? Верно думаешь, что тут французы перед тобой?
Я правду говорю.
Все на войне. Ведь у меня сын идет, смотри. Сын идет.
А у меня 4 сына в армии, а я не тужу. На все воля Божия. И на печи лежа умрешь, и в сражении Бог помилует.
Это так.
You know, of course, that I've sent for Pierre. The Count, by pointing his finger at his portrait, informed us that he wished to see him.
There's something I've kept praying that God might grant my good cousin. That he might be merciful to the Count and might allow his noble soul to leave this earth in peace.
Ah, yes, of course. That's all right. At any rate, cousin, the most important thing is that the Count has made out a will recently. And by the terms of this will, he leaves all of his property to Pierre, and not to us, who are his direct heirs. But you know all this.
He's made out many other wills over the years, but he can't have bequeathed everything to Pierre. He's illegitimate.
Ah, can't you see the point, my dear Katish? You're an intelligent woman. Can't you see what happened? What if the Tsar received a letter from the Count begging him to legitimize his son? Surely you can understand what that means. Simply that Pierre is no longer Pierre. He is Count Bezukov. And being quite legitimate, he'll get everything.
Mama told me to come and ask you to dance.
I'm afraid of getting the steps all mixed up. However, if you don't mind being my teacher, I'll come.
Semyon, the Daniel Kuba, you know it?
Look at Papa! Look at Papa! Look at Papa! Look at the master. He's a regular eagle.
святый, благоутробней на милостиве Господи Иисусе Христе, прости руку Твою крепкую и сильную, раба Твоего Кирилла, молимся все и просим, милостивое человеколюбие Твое, сам раба Твоего Кирилла, кающегося о своих согрешениях, прими Твоим человеколюбие. Тебе подобает всякая слава во веки веков. Господи, помилуй, Господи, помилуй.
Может быть, граф не звал меня, я пошел к себе.
Ах, мой друг, поверьте, я страдаю не меньше вас, но будьте мужчиной.
Man's earthly life has limits, and these limits cannot be exceeded.
There has never been a case that one has lived after the third stroke.
What an iron constitution he had. Who's going to inherit all his wealth?
It will not go begging.
Have courage, Pierre, courage, mon ami. The Count has summoned you here, and that's good.
Some water. Pierre, would you like us to call Prince Vasily?
It looks as though the master wants to be moved over on his side.
Увы мне блудному, увы мне окаянному, яко руце простираю к моим другом, и слезы оточию проливаю, но никто же милой мя. О мне плачете, о мне рыдайте, человецы, немилостивно, бо душа моя от тела разлучается.
Please, let go. Let go, and I tell you. No, please.
I'm taking it to him.
Oh, you vile woman with such language.
I'll take the responsibility.
You
don't know what you're doing.
Let go of that. Let go, I said.
doing? The Count is about to die and you leave me here all alone. Вы этого ждали? Радуйтесь теперь!
Мой друг, сколько мы грешим, сколько мы обманываем. И все для чего? У меня 6-й десяток, мой друг. Все кончится смертью, все. Смерть ужасна.
Пьер. Его нет более. Пойдемте, я провожу вас. Старайтесь плакать, ничто так не облегчает, как слезы. Бог поддержит вас. Вы молоды, и вот теперь, надеюсь, обладатель огромного богатства.
Генерал-аншеф, князь Николай Андреевич Болконский, по прозванию в обществе прусский король, с того времени, как при Павле был сослан в деревню, жил безвыездно в своих лысых горах с дочерью княжною Марией.
Здорово. Вот-ка садись. На завтра. Постой, письмо тебе. От Элоизы.
Да, от Жюли.
Еще 2 письма пропущу, а 3 прочту. Боюсь, много вздору пишете. 3 прочту.
Прочтите хоть это, батюшка.
3 я сказал. 3. Ну, сударыня, треугольники эти подобны. Изволишь видеть сторону углов А, Б, С некоторого треугольника.
Строгого порядка, по которому шла жизнь в Лысых горах, не могло нарушить даже предстоящее сегодня прощание с сыном.
Как я узнаю его всего тут.
Какой умный человек ваш батюшка. Может быть, от этого-то я и боюсь его.
Садитесь, садитесь. Михаил Иванович, садитесь. Ходить надо. Ходить как можно больше. Можно больше.
И обратить тебя к себе, потому что в нем одном и истина, и успокоение.
Please take it, Andrei, for my sake.
You're going?
I came to say goodbye.
Kiss me. Thank you. Thank you.
Why do you thank me? I don't understand.
Because you're going into the army, not wasting time. You're not hanging on to women's apron strings. Service before everything. Thank you very much. If you have anything to tell me, speak. I can do 2 things at one time.
It's my wife. I'm sorry to leave her on your hands, Father.
Nonsense. Tell me what you want.
As soon as the time's come for her to be confined, would you send to Moscow for an obstetrician? Nothing much can be done if nature doesn't help. I know that out of 1,000,000 cases, only 1 goes amiss, but she's worried, and it so happens I am, too. She's really terrified. She's heard stories, had nightmares.
All right.
Плохо дело, а?
Что плохо, батюшка?
Жена.
Я не понимаю.
Да нечего делать, дружок. Они все такие. Не разженятся. Ты не бойся. Никому не скажу. А ты сам знаешь. Что делать красиво? Я все сделаю, ты будь покоен.
For my old friend, General Kutuzov at headquarters. I'm asking him to employ you in the right places, but to be sure not to use you as aide-de-camp for too long. It's very ugly work. You tell him he enjoys my admiration and affection. Write me to tell me how he's welcomed you. Stay with him if he's worthy. Nikolai Andreevich Bolkonskii's only son doesn't need to accept any favors from anyone. Now come here. My time will come before yours does. Here are some notes I've written. After I've passed on, make sure the Tsar gets them. And besides that, here's a letter of credit and one for the Academy. It's to be given to the man who is to write the story of General Suvorov's campaigns. Here are a few personal jottings. There for you to read when I'm gone. You'll find them worth your while.
I'll carry out your instructions, Father.
Well, goodbye. Remember, Prince Andrei, should you die on the battlefield, your father will mourn for you. Should I hear you've not behaved like a son worthy of General Nikolai Bolkonskii, I will die of shame.
You need not have said that to me, Father. There's one other thing which I wanted to ask you. If I am killed in battle and a son is born to me, would you keep him here with you? Let him grow up under your roof. Please, Father.
Not stay with his mother. We've already said goodbye. Please go.
Under the command of General Kutuzov, the Russian army, 50,000 strong, marched into Austria to join forces with the Allied army of the Austrian General Mack to undertake joint action against Napoleon Bonaparte.
рассказывали, Кутузов кривой, об одном глазу.
А то нет, вовсе кривой.
Нет, брат, глазастей тебя. Сапоги и подвертки. Все глядят.
Как глянет он, братец ты мой, на ноги мне, ну, думаю.
Только привал сделай, а то еще верст 5 пропьем.
То-то, Любо, было, как немцы нам коляски подавали. Едешь, знай, важно.
Ну, все как будто поляк был, все русской короны. А нынче, брат, сплошной немец пошел.
Singers, come up front.
Morning, friend.
Ach, guten Morgen. Schönen guten Morgen. Auf Russland, auf Österreich.
Yes, that's right. Hurrah for Austria and hurrah for Russia. Ha!
Und die ganze Welt auf.
Yes, and hurrah for the whole world.
Ну что, князь?
Приказано составить записку, почему не идем вперед.
А почему? Нет известия от Мака?
Нет.
Ежели бы правда, что Мак разбит и союзная нам армия уничтожена, так пришло бы известие.
Вероятно.
I should like to see Commander-in-Chief Kutuzov.
General Kutuzov is engaged. Whom shall I announce? General Kutuzov is busy.
You see before you the defeated General Mack.
Ты что так мрачен?
Веселиться нечему.
Идут. Посторонитесь. Дорогу.
Ich habe die Ehre zu gratulieren, Exzellenz. Ich habe die Ehre zu gratulieren.
Имею честь поздравить, генерал Мак приехал.
Hat sich bloß ein wenig...
Совсем здоров, только немного тут зашибся.
Gott, wie naiv.
Ежели вы, милостивый государь, хотите быть шутом, то я вам в этом не могу воспрепятствовать. Но объявляю вам, что ежели вы осмелитесь другой раз скоморошничать в моем присутствии, то я вас научу. как вести себя.
Что ж, я поздравил только.
Я не шучу с вами, извольте молчать!
Ну что ты, братец?
Как что? Да ты пойми, что мы или офицеры, которые служим своему царю и отечеству, и радуемся общему успеху и печалимся об общей неудаче, или мы лакеи, которым дела нет до господского дела. 40 000 человек погибло, и союзная нам армия уничтожена. А вы можете при этом шутить! Мальчишкам только можно так забавляться.
Прелестно, как сразу видно гасконцев. И что же?
Они отправляются втроем и берут мост. Французы переходят мост и теперь со всею армией по сю сторону Дуная.
Ну, ежели Тоборский мост перейден французами, значит, армия Кутузова отрезана. Она погибла.
В этом-то и штука.
Погодите. У меня есть на вас виды на этот вечер. Не правда ли она восхитительна? Счастлив будет тот, чьею она будет. С нею самый несветский муж будет невольно занимать самое блестящее место в свете. Не правда ли? Я только хотел знать ваше мнение.
Да-да, хорошо.
Well, goodbye, Prince Bagration. And God protect you. May your great endeavor succeed. You have my blessing. Get in with me.
Your Excellency, I should like to be as useful as I can. Permit me to stay in General Bagration's detachment.
Get in. I also need good officers on my staff.
Самому нужны.
There's still much to be done. Much to be gone through. Should just 1/10 of General Bagration's soldiers return tomorrow, I'll regard it as lucky indeed. I'll be grateful to Almighty God.
That's why I'd like to be assigned to the General's detachment, Your Excellency.
With 4,000 hungry, exhausted men, Prince Bagration had been entrusted to delay the entire enemy army for 24 hours.
Hurry up there, let's keep moving!
This respite was indispensable to Kutuzov in order for him to get his army out of reach of the French troops, which outnumbered his own 3-1.
Gentlemen, what does this mean? You can't leave your post like that. So return to your posts and hurry up about it, all of you. The soldiers say you travel faster without boots on, sir.
Все ближе и ближе подходила эта торжественная минута, для которой было перенесено столько трудов, лишений, для которой по 15 лет вымуштровывались солдаты, оставлена была семья и дом, и из мужика сделан воин, для которой 80 тысяч человек жили в поле без жен, матерей, детей, без участия во всех интересах гражданской жизни, жили и двигались в чужом, неизвестном краю, в поле, на дорогах, в лесах, пренебрегая для себя и для всех всеми условиями привычной человеческой жизни. Для всех этих людей дорога сделалась не путем к семье, к удовольствию или труду, а путем обхода, атаки. Дома не очагами семей, а местом засады. Люди не братьями, а орудиями и необходимыми жертвами смерти.
Нет, голубчик, я говорю, что, коли бы возможно было знать, что будет после смерти, тогда бы и смерти из нас никто не боялся. Так-то, голубчик.
Да бойся, не бойся, все равно не минуешь.
А все боишься. Эх вы, ученые люди. Вот и вы, артиллеристы, и ученые очень от того, что все с собой свести можно. И водочки, и закусочки.
А все боишься. Боишься неизвестности. Вот чего. Как там не говоришь, что душа на небо пойдет. Где-то мы знаем, что неба нет, а есть атмосфера одна.
Ну, угостите же травничком-то вашим, Тушин.
Травничку можно. Все-таки будущую жизнь постигнуть.
It has begun. Here it is, the battle. It has begun, the battle. It's terrible, but glorious. It has begun. We're fighting. It has begun. We're fighting.
Отъехать назад! Помилуйте, ваше сиятельство, ради Бога! Вот изволите видеть.
французы.
Славно идут.
Что же это? Я не подвигаюсь. Я упал. Я убит. идиоты люди. Они мне помогут. Что это за люди? Неужели французы? Господи, Боже, тот, кто там на этом небе, спаси, прости и заступи меня. Неужели ко мне? И зачем? Убить меня. А может быть и убить меня, кого так любят все. Что-нибудь не так? Может быть, что они хотели убить меня?
Captain Tushin's battery had been forgotten. The troops assigned to support it had withdrawn at the height of the action. The enemy could not conceive that anyone could be foolhardy enough to go on firing with 4 unprotected guns. On the contrary, the French supposed that it was there, in the center, that the main Russian forces were concentrated.
Gentlemen, everyone fall back.
Fall back, everyone.
Captain Tushin? Nothing special. Just a shell. Ready. Fire! All right, my little old lady, don't let me down. Look at that. There they are. They're firing again down there. What do you know? It's too tough. Do you want to play ball, do they? Captain Tushin, we'll throw it back. Have you gone back, Captain Tushin? You received the order to fall back west. What are you doing? I don't know. Fall back! Everybody fall back! Excuse me, Your Excellency. See what I've got. 2 trophies. And a prisoner. I've captured a French lieutenant. The whole company is a witness, Your Excellency. Please don't forget. Very well, very well. Remember, this was done by a man who was just reduced in rank, Dolokhov. And I received a bayonet wound. Stayed right up at the front. In hand-to-hand combat. Remember, Your Excellency. Get that cannon loaded! Captain, you've been ordered to fall back. Well, goodbye. Yes, goodbye, my young friend. Goodbye. Good luck. Goodbye, friend. Goodbye.
ради Бога. Я контужен руку, ради Бога. Я не могу идти, ради Бога. Прикажите посадить, ради Бога.
Посадите, посадите. Подложи шинель, ты, дядя. Садись. Садись.
The 35,000 men of Kutuzov's army were saved. The next day, the French army did not renew its assault, and what was left of Bagration's detachment joined the main forces of Kutuzov.
Брось, ради Христа.
That's a lot of cripples for one day's action. I've never seen anything like it.
Captain Tushin, you're wanted by the general. He's in there, Captain, in that house.
The French didn't manage to corner us today.
He must be disappointed. They thought they'd cut us to ribbons a lot.
What was that private who took two trophies?
He took a French lieutenant prisoner.
Thank you all, gentlemen. Captain Tushin, how is it that 2 field pieces were abandoned today?
I don't know, Your Highness. I had no men. There weren't any left.
You might have picked some up in the column that was covering you.
Tushin did not say that he'd had no covering troops, although this was the absolute truth. He was afraid of getting some other officer into trouble.
You were pleased to send me to Captain Tushin's battery today. I went to his battery and found 2... and the heroic endurance of Captain Tushin and his company. Captain Tushin, you can go.
Thank you very much. You really saved me. Thank you, my young friend.
Yesterday, at the meeting of the Imperial Council, our new military governor-general in St. Petersburg, Sergei Kuzmich, was reading the letter the Tsar had sent to him when he visited the troops, and it started out with the words, Sergei Kuzmich, I have heard declarations and encouraging reports on all sides.
He only got as far as Kuzmich. He never got any further than Sergei Kuzmich?
That's right. He got no further than Sergei Kuzmich. I have heard declarations. I have heard declarations. Sergei Kuzmich.
Так, все хорошо идет.
Несколько раз он принимался снова за письмо, но только что скажет Сергей. Всхлипывание. Кузьмич. Слезы. И со всех сторон заглушается. Видать, никто.
It's time I understood her and made up my mind what she really is. Was I mistaken before, or am I mistaken now? No, she's not stupid. She's kind and beautiful.
Вы довольны нынешним вечером?
Нынешние именины были для меня одними из самых приятных.
It's quite late.
Well, Helen. Sergei Kuzmich, don't you think that's good?
Of course, it is a very brilliant match, but happiness, my dear.
Oh, marriages are made in heaven.
Sergei Kuzmich, what's the point of that story? I don't think I got it. I don't think I understood it very well.
Oh, well, I didn't either.
Aline, suppose you go over and see what they're doing.
Still the same.
Heaven be praised, my wife has told me everything. Ellen, I am so pleased. I'm happy. I'm so happy. I loved your father so much. You couldn't get a better wife. There's no need to tell you. Bless you. God bless you, my children. Quickly, dear. In here. Come here quickly.
Helen, my darling, God bless you, dear boy. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you.
Helen.
Take off those.
Oh. Well, now it's too late. But I do love her. What does one say at a time like this? Je vous aime. The Battle of Austerlitz was called at the time the Battle of the Three Emperors. The Emperor of Russia and the Emperor of Austria were inspecting the Allied armies.
Im Gegenteil, mit unserem linken Flügel zum rechten ganz zu debordieren. so ist es vorteilhaft, den letzteren Flügel des Feindes zu attackieren, besonders wenn wir die Dörfer Sokolnitz und Köbelnitz im Besitze haben, wo wir dem Feinde zugleich in die Flanke fallen und ihn auf der Fläche zwischen Schlaponitz und Belowitz verfolgen können. Die erste Kolonne marschiert mit dem...
Что делать, если Наполеон перейдет в наступление?
Это не предвидится.
Gentlemen, I think the dispositions for tomorrow, or rather today, for now it is after midnight, simply can't be changed at present. You've listened at length, you know them, and we shall do our duty. Tomorrow we are to give battle, and on the eve of battle, the most important thing is sleep.
Yes, tomorrow. Tomorrow. Tomorrow I have a feeling that for the first time I shall have a chance to show everything I can do. Mikhail Ilarionovich, what do you think of tomorrow's battle?
I think that the battle will be lost. In fact, I said so to Count Tolstoy, and I asked him to tell the Tsar.
I want glory. I want to be known to men. To be loved by people I don't know. It's not my fault I want that, and nothing but that. And live only for that. Yes, for that alone. I shall never tell anyone. But, oh, God, what am I to do? Death, wounds, the loss of my family, nothing frightens me. I would give everything for a moment of glory, for an instant of triumph, for the love of men I don't know and never shall know.
А ежели ничего не остается, кроме как умереть? Что же, коли нужно, я сделаю это не хуже других.
Your orders have been executed, Your Excellency.
What are they doing? What are they doing?
The Emperor!
What's wrong? Why don't you begin, General?
I am waiting, sire. I am waiting, sire. Not all the columns have had time to form up, sire.
General, we are not at Emperor's Field in Tsaritsyn, where a parade may not begin until everyone's there.
But, Your Majesty, that is why I wait. I know we're not on parade at Empress Field in Tsaritsyn. However, if such is your command, we can begin at once.
Und sie selbst geht nach rechts vorwärts zu den Teichen, diese Schopfenteiche.
At 5 o'clock that afternoon.
The enemy's there. No. Look down there. We're lost.
Are you wounded, General?
This is nothing. My real wound's there. Stop them at once. Bolkonskii, what's going on?
How quiet it is. How peaceful. And yet, how majestic. It's so different from all the charging and the shouting of our battle cry. How is it that I have never noticed this boundless sky before? And how happy I am to have found it at last. Yes. All is meaningless. All is vanity except that sky. There is nothing. Nothing except that. But perhaps even the sky does not exist. Perhaps there is nothing. Nothing but stillness and peace. Thanks be to God.
Voilà une belle mort.
Денисов! Приехали!
Я-то не знал никого, друг мой!
А меня-то! А меня!
Василий Денисов, друг вашего сына.
Милости прошу. Знаю, знаю. Николушка писал. Наташа, Вера, вот он, Денисов.
Очень-очень хорошо. Хорошо, отлично.
Princess Maria.
Father, is it Andrei?
I've just received news. Your brother's not a prisoner, nor has his body been found. Kutuzov writes me. He was killed.
Father, oh, don't turn away like that. Won't it be better to weep together?
The murderers, the monsters. They destroy the army. Why must there be such killing? Maria, go and tell Lisa.
But Father, tell me what happened.
Go on, go. On the battlefield at Austerlitz, where the flower of Russian youth and Russian glory were led to their graves. Princess Maria, go and tell Lisa now, will you?
Oh, Marie, let me have your hand. There. Do you feel it? It feels so strange. And you know, Marie, I'm going to love him so much. What's the matter?
Nothing. Nothing. I just feel...
Так мне грустно стало. Грустно об Андрее. Получили от Андрея что-нибудь? Нет. Ты знаешь, что еще не могло прийти известие? Но батюшка беспокоится, и мне страшно. Так ничего.
Митенька, скачи ты в подмосковную и вели ты нарядить барщину Максимке Садовнику, чтобы мне 200 горшков тут в пятнице были. Надо ведь еще пикси, земляники, ананасов съесть.
Ничего, граф Голубчик. Молодой Безухов приехал, и теперь мы все достанем из его оружия.
А вы Безухову скажите, что он приезжал. Я его запишу. Что он, с женой?
Мой друг, он очень несчастен. Такая высокая небесная душа, этот молодой Безухов. Я постараюсь дать ему утешение.
Да что ж такое?
Долохов, Марья Ивановна, сын, говорят, совсем компрометировал ее. Пьер его вывел, пригласил к себе в дом в Петербурге. И вот она сюда приехала. И этот сорви голова за ней. Говорят, сам Пьер совсем убит своим горем.
Но вы ему все-таки скажите, что он приезжал в клуб. Все рассеется. Пир герой будет.
Что ж вы? Разве вы не слышите? Здоровья государя императора!
I hadn't recognized you. Sorry.
Wouldn't you like to renew some of your old acquaintances, my friend?
Forget him. He's a fool. To the health of the hero of our last campaign, His Highness Pyotr Ivanovich Bagration.
Good. Now, just drink to the health of beautiful women.
You can't see too well through your glasses. Your wife's liaison with Dolokhov is a secret to no one but yourself. You can't see too well through your glasses. Your wife's liaison with Dolokhov is a secret to no one but yourself.
To the health of beautiful women, Petrusha, and to that of their lovers.
You can't see too well through your glasses. Your wife's liaison with Dolokhov is a secret to no one but yourself.
You may not treat me like that.
Calm down, Pierre.
I'll keep it.
Why, you scoundrel? You will give me satisfaction. Maybe I'd have done the same thing in Dolokhov's place. It's even certain that I would have done the same thing. Then why this duel? This murder? I should go away. Disappear.
In this grave hour, Count, at this moment, a solemn one for you, I wouldn't be doing my duty if I didn't speak frankly. In my opinion, there are not sufficient grounds for this encounter. The quarrel's not worth blood being shed over. You weren't quite in the right, Count. You lost your temper, you know.
Yes, that was stupid.
Then please allow me to convey your regrets. I am convinced that our opponents will consent to accept our apologies even now. Let me negotiate with them.
There's no point in that. What's the use? Are we ready? But perhaps we could...
No, I will not apologize. It's out of the question.
Which way and how far should I walk? And in which direction? And how do I... What? Ah, that's the way it's done. Yes, it's silly, I'd forgotten.
Well, shall we begin?
Yes, I suppose so.
Since there can be no reconciliation, we may begin. When I count 3, take your gun and start advancing toward each other. 1, 2, 3.
Leave me. It's not over. The barrier. Get back, will you? To the barrier.
Stand sideways. Stand sideways. Expose yourself as little as possible. Cover yourself with your pistol.
Missed. I missed. No. So stupid. So stupid. So stupid. Death. Death. Lies. Lies. Kiss that bed. Ложь.
Ну что, как ты чувствуешь себя?
Я ничего. Но я убил ее. Убил. Она не перенесет этого. Она не перенесет.
Кто?
Мать моя. Моя мать. Мой ангел. Мой обожаемый ангел. Мать.
Ростов, к великому удивлению своему, узнал, что Долохов, этот буян, бритер Долохов, жил в Москве с старушкой-матерью и горбатой сестрой, и был самый нежный сын и брат.
Now what's all this? What's the meaning of this duel?
What?
You've decided to be a hero, is that it? All right, answer me. What were you trying to prove? That's what I'd like to know. What's the point of it all? Oh, so you won't answer. All right, I'm going to tell you. I know the reason. You believe everything everybody says. Everybody says that Dolokhov is my lover. And you believed it, didn't you? Oh. But what did you prove by doing this? What could you prove with this duel? Simply that you're a fool, and everybody already knew that. But now where's this all going to lead? Huh? Simply to the fact that I've become the laughingstock of Moscow. And what will everybody say about you? That you drunk so much you'd become irresponsible, challenging to a duel a man of whom you were jealous for no reason. For no reason. And who in every way is a better man than you are. Whatever made you think that he was my lover? What? Because I enjoyed his company? If you hadn't been so dull, I might have enjoyed yours more.
Elena, will you stop? Please.
Why should I stop speaking? I'm going to go right on speaking. There isn't another woman who married to such a husband wouldn't have taken lovers. And I've never had any.
I think we'd better separate.
Separate? Only on the condition that you will cover me with gold. Separation? Don't think you're frightening me.
I'm going to kill you.
Get out! Get out! Get out!
Тихо! Поди к Марье Богдановне и скажи только ей. Князь приказал спросить, что. Приди и скажи, что она скажет.
You can tell His Highness that labor has started.
По поверью, чем меньше людей знают о страданиях родильницы, тем меньше она страдает. Все старались притвориться незнающими. Никто не говорил об этом. Но во всех людях видна была одна какая-то общая забота, смягченность сердца и сознание чего-то великого, непостижимого, совершающегося в эту минуту.
Бог помилует. Никакие доктора не нужны.
Princess Maria, a carriage is coming up the driveway with the lanterns lighted. Surely it's the doctor.
Oh, at last, thank God. I'll go out to meet him, to show him the way.
Is the princess well? Very well, sir. And my father? His Highness has gone to bed.
No, it can't be. It would be incredible.
Fate is kind, Maria, darling. Oh, my beloved.
She was not surprised at seeing him there. She didn't understand that he had returned. His coming had nothing to do with her agony, nor with its relief.
Нельзя, нельзя.
Why have they taken a baby in there? Why is there a baby here? Or has a baby been born?
I loved you all. I did no harm to anyone. And now what have you done to me? What have you done to me? What have you done to me? And why?
I can't begin to tell you all I've been through since then.
Yes, we've all changed a great deal since those days.
And you? What are your plans?
My plans? What can I say?
But why aren't you serving in the army?
After Austerlitz. Thank you very much. I'm not interested. You know, if Bonaparte were here near Smolensk and camping in front of my father's estate, I wouldn't serve in our army.
Did you hear about the duel?
Yes. You had to go through that, too?
Yes, and as a matter of fact, the one thing I thank God for is he wasn't killed.
Why do you say that? You know, to my way of thinking, killing a mad dog is a good thing.
It's evil to kill a man, no matter what he is. It's very wrong.
But why is it wrong? It's not left up to man to decide what is right and wrong. Men have always been wrong, and always will be wrong. And they are never so wrong as when they decide what is right and wrong.
I think that anything that does harm whatsoever to another man is wrong.
How can you be sure what will do harm to another man? Personally, I know of only two real evils in life: remorse and sickness. The only true good is the absence of those two evils. To live for oneself in such a way as to avoid those two evils is my whole philosophy now.
But how can one live just for oneself? No, I could never live that way.
Разве я не чувствую в своей душе, что я составляю часть этого огромного гармонического целого. Я чувствую, что я не только не могу исчезнуть, как ничто не исчезает в мире, но что я всегда буду и всегда был.
Да, это учение Гердера.
No, your sincerity is not going to convince me. Life and death are the only convincing things. I am only convinced when I have seen someone who's dear to me, who is very close to me, someone toward whom I behaved very wrongly, though I still hope to make it right. All of a sudden, suffering excruciating pain and breathing her last. What on earth for? Why? No, Pierre, there must be some answer. Of course. Of course. In a word, argument is not what convinces me. It's setting out in life with someone you love, with someone who all of a sudden vanishes. Disappears. Into nothingness. You stop and stand before the brink of the abyss and look down with horror. Just as I've done.
Of course, of course. Isn't that exactly what I've been saying? We must live. We must love. We must believe that we are not only living the present moment on this lump of earth, but that we have lived and shall live forever in everything.
Your Highness, isn't it good to be alive?
What?
Isn't it good to be alive, Your Highness?
What's he talking about? Oh, the spring, I suppose. Yes, it's true. Everything is green already. And it happened so quickly. The birch, the wild cherry, the alder, all beginning to come out. But there's no sign of life on the oak. There's the oak.
Spring. Love. Happiness. How is it that you haven't grown weary of this same old, stupid, and meaningless delusion? It's always the same old tale, and it's always a lie. There is no spring. There is no sun. There is no happiness. I don't believe in your hopes. I don't believe in your illusions.
Yes, the oak is right. 1,000 times right. Let the others, the young, be taken in by this delusion. We who know life, we know that it is finished. Yet we must live out our lives and be content with doing no harm, without worrying over things, without desiring anything.
His obligations as trustee of his family estates at Ryazan compelled Prince Andrei to call upon the local marshal of the nobility, Count Rostov.
once more. But when are you coming to bed? I'm not coming to bed. I can't sleep anyway. Just once more. It'll be the last time. Isn't it lovely? Yes, but it's time to say goodnight and go to bed. You go to bed. I can't. Oh, Sonia, how can you go to sleep? Just look how lovely it is. It's simply glorious. Oh, wake up. There's never been such a beautiful night. Will you look at that moonlight? Oh, it's marvelous. Oh, don't be like that. Come and look. There. You see? It makes me want to sit down on my heels, like this, and put my arms around my knees and hug them tight as I can, and then I'd leap into the air and fly away, like this.
Yes, it was here in this forest that I saw that oak. That oak tree that was so right. But where is it? Oh, that's it. Yes, that's the same oak.
I loved you all. I did no harm to anyone. And now what have you done to me?
We must live. We must love. We must believe that we are not only living the present moment on this lump of earth, but that we have lived and shall live forever in everything.
No. Life is not over at 31. It's not enough for me to know what I have in me. Everyone else must know, too. Pierre, and that little girl who wanted to fly away. Everyone must know me, so that my life won't be spent for myself alone. My life must be reflected in theirs, and all the others must live my life with me.